You're good. Did you turn on your camera anyways?
Okay, my camera's on. Yeah, my camera's on. Okay, so I just have one question. Hi, guys.
Wait. What's your name? Where are you from? Hey,
my name is Bambi. I live in Atlanta.
Good. Okay. So you said Debbie?
Bambi.
That's so cute. Okay. Bambi, and you live in Atlanta. So how'd you first see us, Bambi?
I've been watching you guys for a minute.
Like what, since 2022?
Maybe since like the beginning of February.
Got you. Okay, cool. So, what's your freaking question, girl?
Okay, so I just wanted to ask one question. Okay, so I was seeing like on TikTok, there was somebody that posted this guy like with the name Eddie 23 that was there in the condo or whatever. And I went to his Instagram and I looked at his Instagram and I seen that he had only been there for like a month span. And I do know you guys did like Airbnb. So is that guy Eddie, was he renting the actual location for that month that he was there?
That's a great question. No, thank you for that question. I totally see why you would think that. But if you go and look at my testimonies, Eddie's one of like my clients. And when I like really, really do business with somebody on like my highest level, a lot of the times I fly my clients out to like a place. So you'll see a lot of clients that I like open my home up to. They can come here, they can create content here, we mastermind together. Like, it's just how it is. I'm a very, inviting person, if that makes sense.
Okay, and then he does like kind of like the same things that you're into and stuff like that. Like you're like his mentor.
No. I just gave him some consulting. So I really we don't do anything similar. He's in like the credit game. I'm not in like the credit world. So I just taught him how he can like help more people, and that was pretty much it. And he's still implementing those strategies and going through. He was one of my biggest case studies. Got him up to the point where he made about 100,000 in 30 days. So it was really, really cool, really awesome. If anybody wants to go and look at like my testimonies, you can go to my Instagram and kind of see my testimonial. He'll be in probably like 5 of those clips.
Okay, all right. So how does everybody feel last night? How does everybody feel tonight? Like when you guys got off live last night, did you guys have a discussion? Because I know last night you guys did discuss something that was important to you guys, which I fully understand. So when you guys got off last night, did you guys discuss anything further? Did you guys talk about it?
I feel like we have a discussion every day when we get off the live. Like we're always discussing things. So
how to be better, how to do things, and how to present and things like that. What do you guys discuss when you guys are not on live? We're not here.
We're not aligned. Like I think that different things can be miscommunication, gaining clarity. I think you should always be like discussing things, whether it's goals, whether it's aspirations, whether it's issues, like whether it's areas of improvement. Like I think that the more people communicate, the more successful they'll be. That's just my 2 cents.
Okay, I like that. That's dope. Okay. Let me see, because I didn't have too many questions. I really only had one, but now I'm here. I'm like, let me get them all out. Okay. So what's the day-to-day for you guys? So what are the ladies doing when you're out moving around and you're handling your business?
Oh, wait. Are you asking the ladies, you said?
Anybody. What does it look like for a day-to-day for you guys? When Sean's out handling business, what does it look like for the ladies?
First of all, I just want to say I'm going to let them go. But I don't go anywhere. I'm like always handling business at like home. Like I'm very boring. Like I don't really go anywhere. I hate actually being places because I like to produce. I'm trying to 10x my life right now. So I just put in like a lot of work. But go ahead, Ed.
That's okay. So I have like a morning meeting with my team, and then I basically call a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are, requesting to work with me and also get my services. So just basically reaching out to those people, seeing if they're like fit, because I'm not really, I can't help everyone like right now in terms of finances and stuff. I can give them game, I can give them free game, but in terms of like actually helping them with services, some people need to get to a certain point. So, I'm just like making sure that we're a good fit and then basically setting appointments with people and then having those appointments as well.
Okay, I love it. And Shaniece?
Just basic Navy lifestyle. We work out, I see patients, trainings, administrative work, stuff like that.
Okay, I like it. Okay, so Olivia, you said you contact your team and you give advice and game to people. What's some of the game that you'll give out for free right now?
Okay, so, like for example, like yesterday I had a girl, or today I had a hairdresser, I have a hairdresser, right? And right now she's like in the process of, she wants to pay less in taxes because she pays a lot in taxes. And then I was saying that she runs her business and she doesn't have an LLC. So I was saying, open an LLC. When you open an LLC, then you'll be able to like actually get business credit. That will help you because it will.
So she's a hairdresser without an LLC?
Say that again?
She's a hairdresser without an LLC and you're like guiding her into
Yes, exactly,
okay.
exactly. So I was telling her first make an LLC and then go ahead and also get business credit. I actually recommended her to get the Amex Business Platinum or the Amex Platinum personal side. So she got that.
If she doesn't have a good credit score, because she doesn't even have an LLC, right? So she would start an LLC, and then if she doesn't have a good credit score, how would she qualify for the Amex?
She does have she had like a over 700 credit score, so she was able to get approved. So she got that already. And then I told her to actually get an LLC for her business so she can write off more things as a business and also get an Amex Business Platinum so that she can make sure that her business is financially like well, because what will happen is she will get access to more funding and she can open more businesses because she doesn't want to be a hairdresser for the rest of her life. I know that that's her goal. She wants to invest in like real estate, Airbnb, all that stuff. So I was like, you need funding for that. So if you want to get that funding, you should start with building your credit now. Open the LLC, get the business credit card, and then they will see you have good financial habits within your business. They will give you access to more funding. You'll be able to fund more business projects from there on.
So what about a person, so like the advice that you guys are giving out, you say free advice, but is that free advice only to people who have that 700 credit score? And if so, okay. So what would be something for advice?
For the most part, it is.
So yeah, okay. So look, if a person has a really low credit score, could they do anything with you guys?
Yeah, 1,000%. The number one thing is I'm all about delivery, and I would never want to like point somebody to like the direction right. If you have bad credit, the number one thing you should be doing is getting like your credit right? Mm-hmm. So that's the number one thing. It just makes everything a lot easier. Trust me, from somebody that did it the hard way. If I had known about credit and like done all that stuff, I probably would be like 10x the level that I'm at right now. So number one thing I suggest is like if you don't have a great credit score, get a great credit score before you start your entrepreneur journey. And I think any entrepreneur who's achieved massive success will like tell you that.
Okay. All right. So last night's live. Shaniece, how are you feeling about today? The whole new day, different start. You feeling good?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. So how did you feel about last night after you guys talked about everything? Because it did seem to get a little bit heated last night and everything. So how do you feel about the conversation of last night?
I feel good. All it takes is, communication.
Communication? Okay. So what do you think there were some things that weren't communicated last night that kind of got to that point? Because Sean, I love you, but you were lit last night. I felt like you were a little lit last night. But what are some things that you felt like weren't communicated that got to that point?
Of course, I did not flow my love any power, and I interpreted the question in the wrong sense.
Do you feel like you interpreted the question in the wrong sense, or more so you were guided to kind of answer it in that way?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you feel like you took it, like you misinterpreted what the woman was asking? Because I don't think that you misinterpreted. Well, my perspective, I don't think that you misinterpreted what she was asking. I think that it was just kind of like maybe you were guided in that, like the question was asked in that way to kind of make you answer that way.
Yeah, because she said like broader. When I think broader, that's...
Not just thinking about your king that's next to you, it's thinking about in a bigger aspect.
Correct.
Okay, I love it. Okay, my queens and queens. All right, that's all I wanted. And I wanted to talk about business too. Sean, I got one other question, then I'm done. I promise y'all. I'm gonna go. Why when people get on live, you leave the floor open for them to ask these crazy questions instead of when you get on live? The first question is, like, I know you guys always ask, what's your business at the end of the caller's call or whatever. So why don't you ask, like, if this is really about business and this is based off business, why aren't these business questions asked within the beginning of these calls versus people going into these crazy questions about your personal life and what you're doing?
Yeah, because we like to give people the freedom to ask whatever they want. I don't want to like sit up here and funnel it only towards business questions. If they don't want to ask business questions and take advantage of the opportunity that they have, that's okay. We have plenty of other people that have taken very much so advantage for the advice that I've given them and completely changed their business like in their lives with it.
But you don't think it's like something that's controversial just to leave the floor so open for people to be in your business? Because like people screen record you saying one thing, and then we're humans. So we're humans. I'm not saying that there's anything, but we're humans. So people screen record you saying one thing, people screen record you saying another, because that floor has been open for those questions to be asked, and they're repetitively asked, and then they're asked in different ways. So
I think a lot of this stuff is like a setup. Like I feel like people purposely try to like divide us. I feel like honestly, I feel like most people won't really be happy.
Because like people mad at me right now, they're not even gonna come.
People on this app honestly won't be happy until they see us like break up. Like the only thing some people, not all, because there's a lot of very positive people, but there's like I would say like 10% of the people, maybe even more, that's just like want to break us up, which is kind of crazy because like if you guys like Olivia and like Shaniece, I don't understand why people can't respect their choice on who they choose to be with. But to each their own. Sometimes that's just kind of like how people are. We like to destroy things in the world. And for me, I've never been able to run. I've never been one to run from that. And I feel like if something outside can like destroy what you have, then it wasn't really that real to begin with.
Okay. I just think sometimes, from what I be watching as well, I just think sometimes it's just like, it's almost like watching Trump or Kanye. Like, I don't know, like you may have a point or you may have a way that you want to get it off, but you kind of go about it a different way. So I think that's more so what the viewers are on versus them, just being upset or not wanting to support Shaniece or Olivia.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. All right. Well, that was all for me.
You got a business?
I do have a business. Yes, I do.
What kind of business?
So I'm doing an actual line that I haven't released yet. The launch date is May 1st.
What kind of business?
It's a product business.
Okay, well, what do you do?
So right now I can't disclose the details because I'm going to do something a little bit different that has been done before. So I'm working with a couple of manufacturing productions. I'm working with Pravada as far as manufacturing productions. So I haven't fully released everything, but I also have a trucking company.
All right, so you got the liquid place. I'm guessing you got a wig business. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. What kind of business you got?
So I have a product. Sean, what kind of business you got? Because I got on here last time and asked you about.
It's a great question. So again, I'm a success coach and a business consultant. I'm glad that you asked because today was honestly like a really special day for me. So I've had several people hit me up today and they said, "Hey, I got an email from Grant Cardone," and like he was like pretty much like promoting me as like a business consultant. Just not necessarily promoting me, but talking about like some of the success that I've been able to achieve. And for for me, that was like a very full circle moment, because like anybody that knows me knows that like 3 years ago I was legit sleeping in my car, and to have the attention and to be a case study of one of the most influential billionaires is truly like just meant a lot. So with that being said,
given you any backlash? Has Cordone given you any backlash for getting on this platform and doing this?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, if you think Grant Cardone's gonna give me backlash, you should go check out his latest Instagram post.
Okay, so what is he on?
You should go look at his latest Instagram post, and then it'll tell you everything you need to know.
All right. Well, I'm done today. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate you having me.
This is my second time on here, so
yeah. Somebody's saying congrats. I appreciate it. Listen, guys. Big things coming, guys. We want to give you guys legit strategy. I know I get a lot of hate. One of these days, you guys call me crazy, but one of these days, I'm gonna pay Grant Cardone a lot of money. I'm gonna send him a 6-figure check, and we're gonna do a one-on-one consultation on TikTok Live in front of 50, 100,000 people. That's gonna happen. That's gonna be real. You guys are gonna get to see a $25,000 conversation with a billionaire, and I hope that you guys come with notes, and hopefully you guys learn this. Like I said, we're all about providing value to you guys, right? A meeting that I'm paying, $25,000 for. We're going to do it live right here in front of all you guys, for all you guys to see. I'm going to be asking them questions about business, asking them questions about life, asking them questions about how I can get to the next level. And hopefully you guys find value out of that. It's something that is going to happen like that, I promise you. And it's sooner than you think. So, Elliot, if you're watching this, Chris, if you're watching this, Eddie, if you're watching this, just get ready, because that's going to be a thing. We want Grant, right?
Yes.
We want Grant. We want Grant. All right, one-on-one. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much, man. I don't claim to be perfect. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect, but we are here to help you guys, man. So that kind of brings me to the point. If you guys do have a 700 plus credit score, and you guys want to actually add strategy, right, to your life, so that you can make an extra $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Every day we give you guys free game. DM me on Instagram, Sean_T_Adams. If you guys 700 plus credit score, give me free game on Instagram, Sean_T_Adams. It's the one with the blue check. And I'll personally teach you for free how to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. I'll never ask you for money online. I'll never, ask you for your credit card or anything like that. Literally, we just want to give you that strategy so that you guys can take care of your family, take care of your church, take care of your community. Why are we doing this? I always say true wealth isn't about money. It's about impact on people. Today was a really big highlight for myself, being shouted out by, somebody I've looked up to for 10 years. It's pretty cool, pretty awesome. With that being said, we want to take that knowledge and give it to you guys, man. So if you guys are watching this and you got a 700 plus credit score, DM me on Instagram, free game, and I'll teach you for free how to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And then for my fellas out there, right, if you're looking to completely change your life around, I promise you, I'm legit. If you don't believe me, look at the people that kind of like talk about me. I'm not perfect, but I'm just a little bit further longer in my journey than most people. You want to like have massive success, and you guys, if you're watching this and you have a 700 plus credit score, you don't want to just make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. You want to make $10,000 to $15,000 a week, right? And you got a 700 plus credit score. DM me on Instagram, mentor, and I'll personally reach out to you and see if my mentorship is a good fit for you, right? And it's only for people that are really trying to have massive levels of success. Everybody else, you just like, hey, I just want to, take care of my parents, whatever. I just want to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Just DM me if you have a 700 plus credit score on Instagram, free game. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys, your transparency and everything. Just go ahead and let's get the next caller up here.
Don't you know this person? I feel like
Oh yeah, I know Ashley.
Yes, Ashley.
I don't know her like that, but I think she's friends with today.
I know that's right.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, you guys. I'm waiting on hearing you.
Wait, can you turn your camera on?
Is it on? Is this thing on? Sorry, y'all. I was really just laid up.
Yeah, no, okay, now it is. Hey, you look so cozy.
I just did my skincare routine. Excuse how I'm looking.
Love it.
I got me on here late.
It's glowing. I love it. What's your name? Where are you from? I kind of already know where you're from.
My name is Ashley. I'm from the beautiful Los Angeles, California. And
Love it.
you guys.
Oh,
What he say?
Los Angeles is a cesspool. It's disgusting. It's dirty.
San Diego is not any better. Hopefully you can cure that homelessness down there.
Homelessness, LA.
Diego?
Come on.
No.
The homeless people got a whole military up there. Like, they got military formations up there.
I lived in San Diego. It was like, ooh, oh my goodness.
Bro, this is literally not a debate. San Diego versus LA for the homeless people. Come on, like, this is literally not a debate.
Okay, they're close.
No.
Whatever.
What's up, though? What's up?
So my first question is, I know that Shaniece is active duty Navy. Hey, girl, I'm a veteran. I was stationed in Japan too and San Diego, so yes, get where you're coming from a lot of the time. And I know, Sean, you are ex-military, so I know part of your mission is like basically saving the world, not being like sarcastic, but just to round it up, saving the world. Do you guys have any plans for military or helping or extending any information for military? Because I know there are a lot of issues in the military
I'm actually putting a program together. I'm so glad that you said that. If you guys I want to help military members who have less than a year left on their contracts have a smooth transition. I know a lot of military members struggle with that, so I'm putting together a program right now as we speak. Literally, it's being wrapped up, and it'll be ready for military members to replace their income in 90 days or less, so that they can have a smooth transition. That's going to actually be one of my number one problems that I tackle, is helping military members who want to transition. I think the military is changing. I don't think there's anything bad with it, but I know that some people kind of need help transitioning into the real world. So I want to make sure we're setting people up for success. If you guys are watching this and you are a military member and you want to know how to replace your income, and I'm not talking about disability or whatever that stuff is, I'm talking about legitimate strategy to replace your income in 90 days so you can have a smooth transition, please DM me and say, military, I have something incredibly special just for you. If you're watching this and you're a military veteran and you're about to get out in a year or two, and you're a little nervous, you're a little scared, you want to come up with a plan, please DM me on Instagram, Sean_T_, just the one with the blue check. DM me military. I know what it's like. I was there. I know exactly what you're going through. I want to give you strategy. I'm not going to ask you for a credit card. I'm not going to ask you for anything. I just want to give you legitimate strategy so that you can literally transition with confidence. That's actually the number one problem that I'm going to get back that I'm working on dialing in. So if you guys are watching this, and make sure you have your credit right, man. We're going to come up with a custom game plan for you, okay? So make sure you have great credit, man. It's the number one thing I tell you when you get out the military. I know that 1st and 15th is nice, but when you transition, make sure everything's on point. What were you about to say?
Whoever says they know aquaporn when they see it, that's funny. But I'm really glad to hear that, because the military is a big thing for me. I feel like there's a lot of issues that civilians wouldn't be privy to or wouldn't understand or, just don't think exist there. And I feel like it's something that desperately needs to be brought to light regarding transitioning in, mental health issues, especially, Shaniece, being a woman and a woman of color in the military. Girl, I'm just glad you made it and you're still glowing, because it's an experience. Now, my other question that I had is that I remember on one live you said that, most men of your caliber or above, or, a high value man, monogamy isn't going to work for them.
That's it.
So, as you should, you said it. So I was just wondering, when it comes to many successful men that I'm aware of, where it's like Him 500, Papi Chulo,
Neil Davis, Grant Cardone, they all have wives. Do you think that it just works for them specifically, or you think like they cheated? Like, because those are
no. I don't want to speak on their relationship. I've been at tables with him 500. I've like shaken Grant Cardone's hand. I've like shaken all those guys' hands and personally like met them. Some of the most ethical and genuine guys ever. And I can't speak on their relationship. If that's clearly what they're doing works for them. I think the beauty of a woman is that it allows a man to like focus. Right, so having a woman in your life is always going to be a great thing. There's stability, right, which will allow you to focus on like your mission. I just know for me, in this generation, I personally just think things are like a little bit differently. I think when Grant Cardone met Elena, social media did not exist. Like dating was totally different. Social media has completely revolutionized dating. Like it is like totally different dating now than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago when a lot of these people met their wives. A lot of these people, Neil Davis especially, met his wife when he was literally like, before he ever became an entrepreneur. I think he got fired from like 19 different jobs. And I'm not speaking anything on him. He's a great guy that like their situations work for them. And I don't want to even speak too much on that because personally, that's not for me to like speak on. You know what I mean? But for me in my situation, I just feel like dating in this era is totally like different.
And with that being said, because I don't think there's anything wrong with a poly relationship. I've been in a poly relationship before, but do you think that it can also be a sense of lack of discipline when it comes to wanting so many women? Because there's always going to be a woman younger, finer, smarter. It's always going to be greater.
I see why you can say that, and I see how it can be perceived that. But to be completely transparent with you, I think that I am more disciplined than like so many guys out there, because every single day I get messaged by absolutely beautiful women from all over America and sometimes all over the world trying to shoot their shot. I have girls that just randomly send me nudes every single day. And I feel like I'm very disciplined, and I have not had any type of intercourse with anybody that I'm not in a relationship, and I have like had plenty of chances if that's what I wanted to do. I feel like I'm more disciplined than like most men, period. Because most men will never, and I'm not trying to say I'm all that, it's just the position that I happen to be in for whatever reason, I don't know. But the position I'm in, most men will never like get that, ever.
And that is a form of discipline as well, so I definitely do want to not acknowledge that. But I guess when I'm saying it, I'm saying it's discipline as for Shaniece and Olivia. I have two amazing women. I feel like I'm fulfilled. But then, like I said, as a human, we're always going to know, like, there's going to be someone cuter, younger, more far along, more mature. Like, so not necessarily you don't cheat or you don't respond to all the nudes. You know, of course, you're in a relationship. But I'm saying for as discipline, or I don't want to say greed, but just like, if they gonna keep flowing and they're quality women, I'm gonna take them. Where did that idea come from?
So for me, mine is mission oriented. For me, I just think that it is going to be incredibly gravitating to have 7 powerful, beautiful women that are divinely feminine, all working together and having a sisterhood, and they're like the epitome of beauty. I personally think they're gonna set the standard of beauty for a whole generation, and I think they're going to be very influential, and I think we're going to use that influence for good. We're going to help a lot of single moms. We're going to help a lot of communities. We're going to build a lot of schools. We're going to help a lot of, charities. We're going to do like so much good. I think it's just going to be like a force. There's nothing wrong with a one-on-one relationship, but imagine playing chess with 7 queens. How powerful would you be?
I mean, it could be powerful, but that's a lot of energies. The 2 energies that you have now seems like at times it can be, I don't want to say it can be a lot because I'm not with you guys 24/7, but I'm saying just 2 women. As women, we're emotional. We're just built different. We feel different. We view different. So I guess it's hard for most to fathom 7 different entities that you're mixing, and they also have to mix with each other on the side of introducing children as well, which is a whole nother ball game. So it sounds beautiful, but it does sound very something you would read in a book.
Yeah, it is going to be something that you're going to read in a book. Hopefully you guys read it in history books.
Okay. Another question. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said that's my goal.
I know that's right. Another question that I had is that for Olivia, I know everyone says this. I hate saying this because everybody say this, girl, you know you young, you know you look good, who cares, you know? But do you feel like as a woman, there's so much more that you can learn? And I think that's a lot of the times what people are trying to insinuate. Of course, you're beautiful, you're successful, so you do have a brain that's further than most 20-year-olds, but do you feel like in other aspects there's still so much that you haven't learned, you haven't experienced? Do you feel that way?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like that's just the point people be making. And then, what's another question? I feel like I had so many questions, they just leaving me. Another, I guess not a question, but just comment that I see a lot that I get where people be coming from is, let's just take it back when people address the women asking to go to the restroom, which they don't really ask, but you know, you always say that that's a courtesy to the viewers because there's a lot of people in here, and if someone wants to ask any of you guys a question, we will be able to know like, oh, they went to the restroom. But there are a lot of times where I feel like that rule doesn't apply to you, and I get you're a man, you're the center of the relationship, but sometimes I feel like when you do it, it can come off very rude, and it's like you don't have any regard towards it. But when the women leave, it's out of respect for us.
I feel like I tell them every time I'm about to leave.
Mm-hmm. It's not just leaving.
The thing about me, I just whisper it in their ear. I'm just like, hey. And that's just how I handle it. And then I tell both of them. So a lot of the times you guys may not like hear it.
So with that being said, most of the time when they tell you, we don't hear it. So a lot of the time people are trying to understand how is that for our benefit is when they tell you, they whisper in your ear, or we can't quite hear that.
It's just communication. Like, I don't know if you were like sometimes people may ask me, it's just like a courtesy thing. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to say. I get how it can look, and you guys can feel how like you want to feel, but it's literally just communication, and it's just being like courteous. That's all.
I get where you're coming from. I just feel like the whole knit of what I'm saying is it's courtesy amongst you three, not necessarily us, because we cannot hear what you whisper in each other's ears. So when you say it's for our benefit, it doesn't quite make sense because we weren't able to hear what you said anyway. You could have said, I would like pepperoni pizza with pineapples. We wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, it technically is courteous because when people do ask, where's Olivia at? You'll know. Instead of being like, we're being courteous of people's time too, because like we don't want people to be like, okay, now we gotta wait for Olivia, okay, now, you know, so
Yeah.
just so we're able to handle the situation more efficiently.
Okay. And then, Shaniece, I know part of your mission is obviously supporting your man, but do you have your own, I guess, dreams, aspirations? Because I know Olivia owns her company, Sean's gonna save the world. Is there anything that you dreamed of doing as a little girl, something that you're dying, or something that's desperately on your heart that you want to accomplish or you want to do?
Retiring my mother. Positively impacting the world, not just, my own community and locally, like the United States or whatnot, but also internationally.
Okay, and was that... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I said internationally, and also like generating passive income enough passive income to so I won't have to work.
Mm-hmm. And was that something that you always wanted, or was that something where, not saying Sean influenced, of course your man is always going to bring out the best in you, so is that something that he kind of fueled and made more of like, okay, this is really something I want to do, or was it just already a thought in your mind?
Positively impacting as many people as possible has always been a dream of mine, but in regards to entrepreneurship and generating passive income, he definitely influenced that a lot.
Okay. And what was your favorite part of Japan? What part were you in, if you don't mind me asking?
Yokosuka.
Me too. I would live there if I could speak the language fluently. Okay, I don't really have any other questions. I always watch and I feel like it's so much I want to say, but that's pretty much it.
Have you been watching the live for a long time, or?
Yes, I have. I've been watching them, I'm not gonna lie, for about 3 weeks. It was very interesting. Like, not even so much the poly dynamic, because like I said, I've been in a poly relationship.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess the only confusing part is that you guys aren't in a relationship. So that could be a little different. But it's just a lot of the ideology that you guys have.
What?
Oh, go ahead, girl.
Were you in a poly B or a poly triad?
Not with y'all on, where the girls like each other, whatever that one is.
Triad.
Yeah.
But I'm bisexual, so it was, different or whatever.
What made it not work? Like, why is it
That's
not?
a great question. So what it didn't work is, like you said, a man has to be at his, if not fullest potential, to do that. So the man that was leading us couldn't really lead himself, so it did not work. He was very all over the place. And with the woman, it was a lot of insecurities. She was one of those where poly was never something that she envisioned. Liking women may not be something that was, totally at the forefront of her mind, but because she loved him, I'm going to try it, which I feel like is the absolute not way to go. If it's not something that you've already thought about by yourself, do not let no man convince you to bring other women into your relationship, because it's not going to work. It's not going to flow. The sisterhood,
You don't think that it takes just a strong leader to pull that off? Because I don't think every man deserves a relationship, much less power. I think you gotta get to a certain level of self-development. So why? And I don't know the guy. I'm sure he was a great guy, but why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody that can't lead themselves? Based off what you said.
Are you asking me why would I?
Yeah.
Because I was 19 and he was like my high school sweetheart turned. By the time we got into poly, I was 19, just young and not knowing better, not seeing enough, not experiencing life, not knowing myself as a woman, not knowing exactly what a man is, what he should be, just not knowing. Just, he said it, so it sounds good. I like girls, not knowing what it actually is. I didn't even understand the fundamentals of a relationship, let alone a poly. So that's why that was like that.
So moving forward, you think that your relationships in the future gonna be monogamy or poly?
That's a tough question, because I'm open to both, but honestly, when it comes to bringing children into this world, I do not think I would want to bring my children into a poly dynamic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, y'all.
Gotcha. Thank you, Ashley.
You got a business?
Oh, I don't have a business. I'm still actively working on a line, but I do want to say that I do have a YouTube channel, Ashley Apollo. I have the most informational Navy videos on YouTube, hands down, on the planet. They're the most relatable, informational, non-biased. So Ashley Apollo, if you have any questions about the military. I'm sorry, what was that?
What do you teach on those videos?
I teach anything from what to expect to boot camp, I was a CS, so what CSA school is like, what living in Japan was like, if you're... I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, you was a CS, that means you can cook.
Yeah, I mean, everybody know the Navy CS is doing, we be cooking like that, though. They ain't really giving all that. We do what we can, we feed everybody, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never met a CS that was not an exceptional cook. I've never met one.
What kind of ship you was on?
I never was on a ship. I can't even spell ship. I can spell lip. That's about it. But I can't spell ship. And the only reason why I can spell lip because they do right here. They just.
But yeah, so if anybody has any question about the military, I'm telling you, the best Navy YouTube videos out, Ashley Apollo, and I firmly say that.
Ashley Apollo. I love it. Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
Bye. Selbst.
Olivia.
My king, yes, my king. Tarot Bay Show. Coming on, Tarot Bay Show.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know how to work this. Let me
Let
see.
me send you the request. I don't know why it's echoing me, girl.
Oh, there it is. Hi, you guys.
Oh, wait, not yet, girl. Miss, you gotta press the three dots.
You press save.
The three dots. I don't see it. My camera is on.
You make sure you press save.
Save.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Hi, you guys.
Hey.
So I just got a couple quick questions. I don't want to hold up any time. I want to ask Sean. So I'm an entrepreneur myself. What would you say? What advice? What's the three biggest things you would say would make, to help someone that's an entrepreneur to be successful?
Yeah,
Like the best advice, the three best advice.
Entrepreneurship is just self-development without that. So the number one thing you gotta realize, right? Why is there like an echo?
Oh, I think because my TV. Hold on, let me turn my TV off. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay. What were you going to say, Sean?
Entrepreneurship is self-development with a paycheck. Okay, so your success will never exceed your personal development. Like success is just like something that you attract by the person that you become. Okay, success is something that you attract by the person that you become. So you gotta, if you want to go to another level, you gotta do sickening amounts of personal development. Unfortunately, a lot of our dreams, since we're like kids, get like squashed. We get belittled. We get told to be reasonable, right? Oh, things gotta be realistic. All of that is like washed. Like anything that society is just blindly following is gonna do nothing but make you average. Okay, like. So go to college. Well, I don't know a lot of people who went to, and I'm not bashing college. I just don't know a lot who feel like they got their money's worth. And in fact, we just saw a study that said 56% of Americans don't even think that college is worth it anymore. So that's number one, right? Remember, your success will never exceed your personal development. People invest into what they believe in, right? So you got to invest into yourself. That's the number one thing. You got to learn skills. And then number three, the only reason why people buy stuff is two things: because it solves a problem and they love it. So you got to focus on what problem can you solve for people. That's the number one thing. When you start solving problems for people, you can obviously make a lot of money. With that being said, what kind of business are you looking to start?
Well, I actually have 2 stores here in Atlanta. I have a holistic store, a Botanica. I do spiritual gift development. I have a tarot shop as well. So my business is spiritual based. I do help people. That's what I do for a living. I'm inside of a mall right now. I just want to take the business to the next level. Like I want to be, world renowned with my business. So I definitely want to, get a couple tips, so that I could just expand the best way I can.
Yeah, so the best way to expand is you got to get attention. The number one problem people have is getting out of obscurity. That's the number one problem for small business owners. Making yourself known. TikTok is a great place to make yourself known. You have to get people. If I don't know you, I can't flow you.
Right.
So I would write that down. If I don't know you, I can't flow you. That's very, 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 very powerful. You got to get attention. So that will be that. So you should have another thing that might help you. You have a physical location that's awesome. You need to figure out how you can make a digital product, how you can do live events, and also how can you create monthly reoccurring revenue in your business. So those things should also think about as well. How can I create digital products? How can I create live events? How can I create monthly recurring revenue?
Yeah, I have a question for you. Do you sell like crystals?
Yes, I do, Queen.
Yes. What you can do is like you can do a subscription service for crystals, so every month somebody gets a new crystal. Because I remember when I used to collect crystals, I always wanted to go to the crystal store, but I was like, I didn't have time. So if I had crystals like shipped to me every single month, that's the way people can build.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome, Queen. Thank you for that. Because my next question was for you. So a lot of people within our community don't have 700 credit scores. So, if they're trying to build their business, they have the EIN number. What would you say would be the best way to start building that business credit?
She's talking to you,
Oh, talking to me? I thought you said... Oh, okay. Talking to me. So you're talking about improving your credit score or building your credit from scratch?
Building the business credit.
Oh, building the business credit. So first, before you get business credit, you have to make sure that you have good credit in general. Okay, so that's what I work on first, whether that's your credit is really messed up, invest in credit repair. Get somebody to boost that credit up. In terms of building credit, I would just start with like a credit card. Like I got the Discover It credit card. That's a good beginner credit card. But start building your personal credit because, they will not approve you for great lines of credit. Like if your business is not doing like millions of dollars a year yet. And the first thing they're always going to check is your personal credit. So you want to make sure you have that on point.
And you can be building as well. I don't do business credit, but I know a guy who has a course. Mm-hmm. This course is like $2,000, but it teaches you step by step how to go out and get $50,000 to $150,000 in business credit. It teaches you about your tier 1 to tier 4 funding, how to get your net 30. Step by step, exactly what to do. Not only do you get the course, but you also get like to talk to him directly. This is somebody that's funded literally almost $500 million, so he really knows what he's talking about. He's helped people get $25 million. He's helped people get $25,000. So you get direct access to him, and he also does like masterminds. I know $2,000 is kind of a lot, but like I said, you guys got to invest into yourself because once you know how to go and get $50,000 to $150,000 in business credit, you can, do a lot with that. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that you can do to start putting everything in business credit. And the beautiful thing about business credit is like you can max out business credit and it doesn't affect your personal. It's not like personal credit. So you can be very aggressive with business credit. You can buy assets, you can buy businesses, you can do a lot with it. Obviously, you want to make sure you're making an informed decision, but I think every business owner, if they don't have their business credit on point before they try to scale, they need to be getting like that. So if anybody wants more information on that, I can get them pointed in the right direction, even if they don't want to.
Yes, I would definitely like that information.
Just DM me on Instagram, business credit, and I'll just, get you pointed in like the right direction. Like I said, I don't do it, but like I know somebody that's like pretty good. So with that being said, if anybody wants information, any business owner, I highly recommend it. I know 2,000 can be like a lot, but remember, you guys got to invest into yourself and think about how cool it'll be to use the bank's money to build your business instead of your own. So with that being said, if anybody wants more information on business credit, I think personally, you guys should just DM me on Instagram, _Adams, just go on the blue check, DM me business credit, and I'll shoot you the information on that. And if I'm being completely honest with you, if y'all really want some game, I think everybody here should get an LLC in their name, get an EIN, develop business credit, and buy everything in your LLC name and not your name, so that way you can protect yourself from lawsuits and all type of crazy stuff. Because when you separate yourself from the business, it's totally different. Okay, so with that being said, I highly recommend everybody go start an LLC in their name. Just literally, if your name's Brittany, just go Brittany Williams, if that's your name, or Brittany Adams, or
that's crazy. That's my name too.
Right? So get an LLC, whatever your name is, get an EIN, and now you can go and get business credit, and you don't have to put nothing in your personal name. This is stuff I wish I knew when I started, because when I first started doing everything on my personal, and it slowed me down a lot.
That's what I do now.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't know. So if people knew that, it would be amazing. amazing. So I highly recommend, even if you don't have a business, you start an LLC in your name, and when you go buy a car, you buy it into your business name. It's still your name, but it's a business, and it's not on your personal credit. So I highly recommend you guys do that for protection purposes. And, you know, I think everybody should do that. Not to mention, when you have that business name, like if you're a single mom, you guys can write off $14,000. You can pay your kids an allowance, right? Or pay them an employee, and you can write off $14,000 a year. Right? Again, talk to your CPA. This is not tax advice. This is just a play. Talk to your CPA about that. But that is something that people can actually go and implement. And there's so much strategy that people can use that can protect them from so many things, and they can use so many tax benefits. We just don't know. So I highly recommend everybody invest into yourself, because like if you can go out and get 50 to 150,000 in business credit anytime, it can just completely change your life. So that's just my 2 cents. If anybody wants more information on that, again, I don't do that. I can get you guys pointed in the right direction. DM me on Instagram, Sean_T_Scott business credit, and I'll make sure you get pointed in the right direction on that. Okay. But yeah, no, that's so awesome that you got a store in the mall. Any other questions that you have?
No, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that a lot.
I appreciate
That's
it.
the key. Thank you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Royalty May, you're coming on. I like that name. Okay. What?
Oh, shit, come on.
Okay. That girl did not come on. I'm gonna have to. Okay, guys. Okay, what is going on? Jay. Queen Jim. Ooh, we got another businesswoman in here. Hello.
Did you get your fucking leg? What?
Running to the phone, screaming. No. Yes, you are. You're here.
Hello.
I've been trying to get on for time now, and y'all would not let me. It's just so crazy. It's so crazy. How do I turn my finger on?
Wait, I turned.
I'm gonna piss my pants. I'm gonna piss my pants. Look at his face. He's like, what the fuck?
Okay, so this is how you turn the camera on.
Okay, wait.
You press like the 3 dots and then put the camera on, and then you press save. You have to press save. That's what's different.
Oh wait, okay, I think I can do it. Hold on. I'm gonna cry.
You're here.
How are you guys? I'm gonna show my
Good. How are you?
You guys are so crazy. I'm so shook. So,
Well, first of all, what's your name? Where are you from?
my name's Jem. We're from Florida.
You said
But,
Jem?
yeah, just like Gemma. Yeah.
What's the first thing you saw from us? Like, was it a video, a clip? Was it a live? Like, you said you've been watching us for a long time, so tell us.
Yeah, like I
I swear it was y'all's live came up. Like from, I don't know, like when you guys first started, I was watching, and then I started watching the full lives on what do you call, like the full lives on YouTube, and then I'm literally so, there's no way. It's just so funny. One time I was not paying attention. Y'all added me, but
Please don't tell me she gets this. Okay, you're good.
this is too much for me.
Okay, girl, what's your question? You seem excited for it. So what's your question?
I think I've been wondering from drum, because I feel like I always like work out y'all's dynamic in my head just all the time, because I'm always just listening when I'm cleaning, doing my thing, whatever. I'm always just listening, trying to pick apart your guys' relationship, kind of. I don't know, it's just a thing I do because I want to be a therapist or something, you know. So anyway, one thing I've been wondering is, let me even, and this one's just for you, if I could have your attention, sir.
What's up?
So I'm just wondering, before you ever, like, what is it with the photography? Like, were you a photographer before, like?
Yeah, I love photography. It's still a hobby of mine.
Okay, but my main question was kind of, is that how you started? Like, is that when you were working at the club where you met Shaniece? Like, when you were a photographer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering, because I seen, like, I done a little dig in or whatever, but I always wondered, because it's just like, I wonder how you went from doing photography and then you're just a success coach the next, you know?
I was already an entrepreneur as well. I just do photography just because it was just really cool, because nobody knows who I am. So it's just awesome. It's just great to connect with, like, people. It's great to talk to people. I just love taking pictures of, like, people. I love it. It's just, I don't know why I like it, you know.
I hear you. I get it, but it's just like, I feel like there's certain things you guys don't. I feel like you guys, like, hide certain things when if you could just, like, I don't know, just tell the whole story. I don't know. I just feel like you're kind of, like, vague on certain things.
Bitches.
This is what I feel like.
What you trying to say?
I just feel like, especially with your job and how you became, you know, and I feel like when you dig into your, you know, you say, go look at my testimonials on your account. It's like, what are your testimonials? They're a bunch of, you know, they're like 17-year-old, maybe 20-year-old boys who are very young. They have nothing to show for. None of them. They're like,
Where'd you get these ages?
You said what?
Where'd you get these ages?
No, like, honest. No, I'm just speaking from what I've seen, like, with my own, whatever you want to call it. Just looking at, you know, what do you say? You tell everybody, look on your testimonials on your Instagram. So for me, when I looked, I find it's just like, and when, you know, all they're telling people to do is, like, the secret, they talk about getting aged LLCs and stuff, you know, like, so can you explain?
No, none of them have ever said anything about an aged LLC. So if you go look at my testimonials, if you go and look at my testimonials, a lot of them are younger people, because, like, I want to inspire, like, the next generation. So I like working with people that are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Just one, because I feel like I can relate more, like, actually, like, to them. And two, they are our future. So why would I not be, like, trying to empower, like, the next generation? I think people need an alternative to college. I know a lot of people go to college, get a lot of debt. Hold on. A lot of people go to college and get a lot of debt and then regret it. So if we can get to people before they go to college and regret it, and maybe college is their route, but if we can show them alternative routes to success, I think that that's the most powerful thing that we can kind of do for, like, society, personally. Right? So with that being said, I don't know where you get age LLC from, because nobody in my testimonial even says anything about LLC in my testimonials. I don't know what.
I'll say it.
I don't know what you thought, but listen, if you see young kids, like, crushing it, and I think you said something about them not having stuff to show. Hold on.
Wait.
I get that you're excited. I get it, but let's have a conversation. You said they have nothing to show for it. The thing is this: one thing about entrepreneurs.
Guys, go to the OnlyFans. We don't give a fuck. Go to the OnlyFans. Go to the Instagram. It's linked in bio. Where we already know. Anyway, Cookie X.
It's just go ahead. Yeah. I don't even know why they would like say that. Just come on my platform saying a bunch of dumb stuff. All right. So with that being said, guys, as far as like rushing to buy a Lamborghini and do all this, you can do that, but like one thing you gotta realize is like sacrifice is the only form of payment in the history of the world, and delayed gratification is a big thing. So a lot of times people make $100,000, they want to spend $100,000. What you should do is try to live off as little as possible and invest most of your money. And once you're passive